So I went ahead and removed the engine stand. Essentially, it's the stand that sits on it, and there are some more numbers on the bottom of this thing. All right, right there is the year that this crankcase, I guess, or engine case was made. So that's your casting case number is 71. I mean, those things could have been casted and sat in a warehouse somewhere for several years before ever being built onto an engine. So, just trying to narrow some things down. Just thought it would be interesting to share that. There's also, of course, some numbers on the manifold, because some of these came with a different manifold that actually kind of bent upwards, which canted the carburetor all weird like, instead of the carburetor hanging straight down. So, like I said, just more poking around on the engine, just doing my thing. All right, so I went ahead and took the bell here off of the engine's clutch. You can see that it's pretty nasty in there. So, like the clutch on the T20 transmission, took it apart, cleaned it up, did all that. I'm gonna have to do the same with this one too. So, like I said, just I'm not actually concentrating yet on the points. I'm still fucking around with this shit. So, just taking a look. So, all right, as you've seen, when I pulled the bell off this clutch, the Salisbury centrifugal force clutch, it was pretty nasty. So I cleaned everything up, made sure all the rollers are rolling as they should. Went ahead and disengaged these pigtails just so I can show you and to work on it. But those pigtails pull up and they sit on this shelf here. There's one per side, right? And that's what provides your spring tension. The springs hold this clutch open under centrifugal force. These will lift or spread apart as the clutch moves in. The belt rides high, giving you your torque, power to the transmission. Rides on these nylon sliders, which are in really good shape. So I'm happy about that. And as the RPMs decrease, these springs right here, or these legs, will pull it back and open it back up again, as you see. So pretty cool. You do need a puller to get it off. It's a tapered shaft on the engine. It's not very long, but a puller is needed to get these off. There's a couple of other methods, water and grease method. Put this plug in there, essentially find a nut or a bolt with these thread patterns, and as you pack that completely full of grease and drive that bolt in there, the pressure pops it off. So, or like I said, a puller. So I got a lot of other things going on. Got the carburetor torn apart so I can rebuild it. I did a fitment test on everything. Everything looks good, but I am still going to get this thing timed a little bit better. Plugs, I went ahead and bought new NGK plugs because the plugs that he had in here didn't even match any cross-reference for the 3 recommended plugs that go with this 2-stroke engine. So, all right, got to get this clutch back together again and keep going. All right, guys, so I just wanted to show you guys what a pain in the ass it was to get these little pigtails. If you look over here on this side, so I got all the pigtails, the spring legs back over these arms to hold these in place. I had to make a tool. I'll show you the tool in a minute, but let me show you what I had to go through. So you got to bend this sucker up like this, get it way up there, and then roll it over. Roll it. That's not going on there. Hold on. Yeah, this is a trial and error kind of dealio here. But I can tell you that this tool, there you go.
Oh,
almost.
Dude, that sparked.
Yeah. I can tell you that this thing is a genuine, no shit. Yeah, pain in my ass here.
There it is. Come on, man. You got it.
Come on, roll on there, bitch.
Oh, got the other ones. Where's the last one that you're filming? There it is. I tap that over.
Right, yeah, then we're gonna take and knock this spring over a little bit to seat that better. A little more. A little more.
No, you're not even on the spring. No. There you go, right there. There you go.
Slide it over a little.
Yep, sure
there we
did.
go. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. But yeah, to get those pigtails back on those. So the tool I had to make was this guy here. And that basically, like you were seeing, I had to come in here and hook that pigtail from back here. There's no way you can just pull it out and set it on there. You need prying and leverage force on that. So, but they're all in place again. And like I said, like I told you before, you can barely pry those suckers up. That's how much spring tension is on those things. You can see there. So centrifugal force, yeah, that thing will have to be spinning at some serious RPM. That's what a pain in the ass it is to get those springs back on. So I just wanted to show you guys so you can appreciate the work. All right. Yeah, I finally got this fucker timed. All right. So I made a mark top of the flywheel since it didn't have one. Lined it with the timing light, or with the timing marks. And for this particular engine, it's going to be 0.083 thousandths of an inch to 0.104 thousandths of an inch before top dead center. So when the piston reaches top dead center, you actually want to back it off that 0.83 to 0.104 to get it to time. And you have to have your advance all the way on so you can see the light. Watch the light when it brightens, dims, brightens, dims, brightens. Very nice. Brightens, dims, brightens, dims. Right in there. It's just a little timing light I rigged up. Basically a 9-volt battery. Connected it up so I can read the number 1, number 2 pistons, or for the points. So adjusted the points. Those are between 0.014 to 0.018 for the gap on the points. So yeah, now it's time to put it all back together again. Got the carburetor rebuilt, and the flywheel set up, got the points set up. I think I'm ready to go. Ready to go back in here. All right, let's get it back together again. Now that I got the belt on, the pulley, and the pull start, what do you call that? Pull start engager thingy revolver. What happens is when you pull this, these little levers come out.
Starter pawls.
Yeah, the starter pawls. Pull on that. See those? Those grab those areas right there to turn it when you start it. So again, these pulleys are a two-piece. You put the first one on, let the belt hang, put the other one on. As you're working it on, tightening down the screws, you spin it to keep from the belt being pinched in between there and riding perfectly in where it's supposed to. All right, let's get the cover on. It is now loosely bolted in. Nice. Oh, yeah. All right, well, I'm going to hook up all the wiring harness, fuel pump, get some fuel going, and see if we can't fire it up. Oh, yeah. Now that I have everything hooked up, the wiring is, sloppily done right now. Like I said, it's just basically laid in there just to kind of hook everything up. I took a battery out of one of my lawnmowers to get it to start up. Let's see if we can start this sucker up. All right, I think it's time. give it a crank. Just put the choke on. Give her a crank. Oh, yeah. Let's take the choke off. Take the choke off. The throttle cable here. Oh, yeah, it's alive. It's alive. Nice. It's actually running. Let's see if I can. Maybe half choke. Come on, baby. Hell yeah, look at that. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. It's alive. It's alive. Holy fuck yes. You know what? Let's try and use the pull starter once. See if it'll crank with the pull starter. Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm so happy. Holy crap, this thing's coming together now. All right, so we're going to do the next part where I'm just going to clean everything up and, you know, put some wiring harnesses on there, make it pretty. Go ahead and start doing the other knick-knack stuff, bolt the engine back down. I'm going to pull the carburetor back off, and I'm going to plug that hole in the bottom because I don't need that little rubber tube, and it does come off. I also need to get another fuel pump. The fuel pump is leaking out of the diaphragm hole in the back. So, just some little things, a little cleanup stuff, but holy shit, it runs. Fuck yeah, it runs. Yeah. All right, we're going to end part 6 right here. I'm really, really happy that this thing is timed right, and I'm going to have to, like I said, work on that carburetor a little bit more, get that thing finely tuned, and stay tuned for part 7, where I'll do all the stuff that I just said I have to do still. So, all right, guys, thanks for sticking with it.